So, hey, since you're here, I guess I might as well teach you about the order of operations. Woo! So, what exactly is the order of operations? Well, it's kind of like a set of math guidelines to make sure we're solving our equations in the right order. When you're cooking, you follow a recipe to make sure you do everything in the right order. And when you're doing math, you follow the order of operations to get the right answer. Same idea. So, the acronym we use to remember this order is Pemdas. A mnemonic that people use to help them remember the order is, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." So, what exactly is this order? Well, PEMDAS tells us it is parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. The beautiful thing about the order of operations is it teaches us how to solve the simplest equations from 2 plus 2 equals 4 to crazy, daunting, long equations like this. So, where do we even start with a crazy thing like this? Well, our good friend Pemdas tells us P. We start with P, parentheses. So, how it works is you start at the left side of the equation and just keep going across until you find your first instance of parentheses right here. So, you do that first. Now we can rewrite our equation as such because 3 plus 6 equals 9. Now you may be tempted to say, oh, on to E, but looks like there's another parentheses there, so you got to make sure you take care of all of them. So going across, bam! We can rewrite our equation again, replacing the parentheses 7 minus 5 with 2, because of course 7 minus 5 is 2. Ignore this line here. I just messed up a little bit. Happens to the best of us. But we can now see there are no parentheses. So now we are ready to move on to E, which stands for exponents. Yeah. So, same as before, start left to right, and we see 9 squared. So that's why down here I have that rewritten as 81, because it was our first instance of an exponent. Going through this, left to right, stop, another exponent. Rewrote that 2 squared as a 4, and now we are on to M. Now, things get a little bit trickier here, because M and D really kind of happen at the same time. And what I mean by that is, in the eyes of the math lords, they are treated the same. So, if we're going across our equation and we come across either multiplication or division, we're going to stop, even if division occurs before multiplication. For example, in our equation here, we can see that there's division before multiplication and M comes before D, so maybe it seems like we should skip over that division for now and do the multiplication, but we don't. We do the division first and then the multiplication, because that's just how the order of operations is. New piece of paper here, but we have 81 divided by 3 is 27, so we rewrite that. Now we got this multiplication still. Rewrite that, because 27 times 4 is 108. Now we've covered multiplication and division, so we are on to A. Same thing goes for addition and subtraction that did with multiplication and division. They're actually given equal weight, so even if we see a subtraction occurring before an addition, we would do that first. So, going across, we're looking for addition or subtraction. We do see that addition comes first, so we're going to do that one first. Right there, I'll rewrite that. And I messed up again, but we have 3 plus 108 equals 111, so we wrote that here. Now we just have this last subtraction and we are done. 111 minus 11 equals 100, and we did it. We conquered the order of operations. So, one question you may have is, what happens if there's no parentheses? Where do I start? The thing is, you just go down the list. If there's no parentheses, you move on to exponents. No exponents, on to multiplication and division. None of that, addition and subtraction. Example, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Only operation is addition. You skip P, E, M, D, go straight to A. So just remember, left to right. you start at the left side of PEMDAS and the left side of your equation, and then move left to right through the equation. Once you make it to the end, you move one spot to the right in PEMDAS to E. Then you start all the way at the beginning again of your equation and go all the way to the right. And you just keep doing that until you've solved. So now we just need to test to make sure that you know how to do order of operations. So if you want to pause and copy these down, these two and these two. And I will put solutions at the end. That about wraps up our lesson on the order of operations. Super important to remember. It pops up in all levels of math, never goes away. Absolutely fundamental, but once you get it down, it makes a lot of math a lot easier. So yeah, just remember, left to right, and you'll be good. Woo! As promised, here are the solutions.